Yeah. Oh, wait, on second thought. Hey guys, welcome back to On Second Thought. I hope you guys are having a great day. As you can see, I'm in a different setting. If you're watching on video, I'm in my house at On Kauai at home. This is my bed, and I am so happy to be here because I couldn't do it. I couldn't be in the city anymore. But yeah, so different setting unlocked. I just want to give you guys a quick reminder. Please like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. And if you're watching or listening on Spotify, please just give it 5 stars. And that would be amazing. Thank you. But yeah, I am over New York. So that sucks because I have to live there for a few more years. The thing is, I don't really like the city. Now that I'm learning, I don't like having to step outside and be on. I can't just go in a yard for a quick second and just catch my breath, touch some grass. If I want to touch some grass, I have to go to a park. And I don't really trust those parks. Like, you know, people walk their dogs on them and like the dogs like do their business, and it just kind of grosses me out low-key. And also like the parks in New York just feel so man-made to me. Like they don't feel natural at all because they literally are all man-made. Like let's be honest. Like so it just it's nice to be in a place where it's very accessible to just go and be outside. And like it is so quiet here, you guys. Like I sit at home in my apartment like pretty often because like if I don't have anything to do, I'm just gonna be at home like knitting, reading, occupying my time, of course. And like there's always noise, so I don't ever feel like it's really quiet. Even if I'm not talking, I can always hear noise from the street or like my neighbors or something. But yesterday I was sitting in the garden. Isn't that cool? Like I get to say I sit in the garden. Like I was sitting tanning in the garden reading my book, and my mom like was talking to me, and I was like it literally like my ears, like it shocked my ears because it was so quiet that like, okay, the best way I can describe it is like here you're breaking the silence, but like in New York you're adding to the noise, if that makes any sense. Because like there's always noise, but here it's like there's always like nature-y sounds, but it's always at the same time so quiet. And like it's great. And I think like I'm learning to really enjoy it. I was like when I was sitting in the garden like reading, I was thinking about how I used to do that when I was in high school, and how I would just be like, I don't like this. I want to go somewhere where there's people and there's noise, because it's just like it's too quiet. And now I know that I actually really like it when it's really quiet and I can like read, and like there's noise filling my brain because I'm like, you know, reading and thinking about what the words are on the page. But yeah, I'm just like obsessed with being here. I couldn't be in the city any longer. But I do have to go back. I leave on Saturday for 3 weeks, and then I come back home for Christmas. And I'm so happy because also my birthday is coming up, December 28th, you guys. Oh my god. I'm turning 20. Ew. Like, I'm sorry. Guys, I'm turning 20. Like I'm no longer a teen. I feel like I don't want to really get into this right now because I think I want to do like a whole birthday episode and talk to you guys about my birthdays. So we'll move on, but my birthday is coming up. But yeah, just being in my own room feels crazy. Like, I have my own apartment. It's a studio. It's great. I love my apartment. Don't get me wrong. But it's different to be in a house and have a room and a living room, and there's another room, and then there's my parents' room, and then there's a kitchen, and then there's a balcony, and there's a downstairs, and there's a laundry room, and there's offices, and there's a garden, and there's a huge yard. It's like, it's amazing. And I soak it up every time I'm here. And it's perfect because, like, I'm, like, in school right now. I'm getting all my projects. Like, we're getting assigned our final projects right now. And so it's perfect, like, reset. I've been working on my projects as much as I can. Like, I've only been here 2 nights. And I have woken up very early because I'm still obviously, like, on New York time. And I just did homework. I'm so proud of myself. Like, I would never wake up in New York and just, like, do homework. But, like, I wake up here 6 a.m. pitch black. I'm like, let me get my morning grind on. And I feel like a fucking entrepreneurial businesswoman because I feel like women, I think like a boss bitch, if you will. She wakes up before the sun comes up, starts doing a little work, gets some work done, then goes and does her workout. Like, and that's how I feel right now. Like, just by waking up, like, naturally at 6 a.m. and then doing work and then, like, reading a book or something. Like, but this is, like, not really that normal. Like, usually my routine is very different in New York. Like, I don't really like to do homework first thing when I wake up. Like, I kind of want to, like, wake up and let myself, like, have the time. But here I'm like, no, it's okay. Like, I don't have to be doing homework. So, like, I can just, like, do some homework, feel good about doing homework, and then, like, do anything else I want to do for the rest of the day. So it's kind of like, because I don't really need to be doing homework, it's, like, feels good to do homework. Anyways, I'm going to stop talking about my final projects right now. I wanted to talk to you guys. Okay, 2 pop culture things that I am reflecting on. One, this is from last weekend, Saturday Night Live. Timothée Chalamet performing, or on, Saturday Night Live, he played Troye Sivan, and he did, like, the dance thing that he did and, like, pulled down his pants and, like, showed his red underwear. Very specific, but I would say go watch it if you don't know what I'm talking about, because this sounds kind of weird. He's just, like, whatever. And a week ago, before last weekend, so 2 weeks ago, I watched Lady Bird, and obviously Timothée Chalamet is in that. And I've never, like, been attracted to him because, like, everyone that's not attracted to him is always kind of like, we feel the same. Like, he's, like, really skinny, scrawny, like, what's so special about him? And I still kind of think that. Don't get me wrong. But I also was like, I can see the appeal. Like, he's very, like, witty, which I love. And I think that, like, he's always been pretty witty. Like, even, like, his, he rapped Nicki Minaj's, like, Dungeons & Dragons. Like, that. He's just, like, cute and witty and funny. And, like, he's not just, like, okay, hold on. Sorry. So I'm thinking about Jacob Elordi and how, like, also that too, he just was talking shit about his movies that he was in, The Kissing Booth. Please literally, please stop. Also, oh my god, Harry Styles shaved his head. Guys, I'm on a pop culture grind right now. Let me focus on Jacob Elordi. Okay, what's up with him shit talking his big break? Like, that is so irritating to me. Like, those movies are ass. But, like, that's where he got his start. I mean, I don't know. Piss me off. I'm not the biggest fan of him. And especially now after he said that, I'm like, screw you. Like, why are you talking shit about these films that literally made you who you are? Like, come on, bro. Come on. Like, yeah, of course we're gonna feel a certain way about things that we have done in the past. But, like, for you to literally say that those movies, like, whatever he said something, like, so disrespectful, and how just, like, yeah, I don't know. I think that was, like, crossing a line by what he said. I can't remember exactly, but I know that it was pretty extreme and just, like, unnecessary. But anyways, so back to Timothée Chalamet and Jacob Elordi. So I think that they're both attractive. Conventionally, a lot of people, like Jacob Elordi, I think he's more attractive than Timothée Chalamet. But Jacob Elordi is so serious. And that is where I kind of get, like, icked out by him. Doesn't seem like he really has a lot of fun. I mean, he's dating Kaya Gerber. Like, she doesn't seem like she's the most coolest, fun person. She's just like a model. I don't know. I don't know anything about her. But, like, are they together? I don't know. I think that they are still together. But maybe he's dating someone else. Anyways, I just think that he's just so serious. And that is where I lose the appeal for him. It's just physical attraction. Like, he's very handsome. Timothée Chalamet, he's got something there. He's, like, not ugly. He's very cute. But then I think his personality and his, like, silly wittiness is what kind of struck my heart watching his SNL skit. I only watched the one. I didn't actually watch the whole SNL episode. But, yeah, so moral of that, I think I might find Timothée Chalamet a little bit attractive, guys. Hot take, not really. I feel like it's just really polarized. Like, people hate him and don't think he's attractive at all, and they don't get the hype, or you think he's so attractive and you will literally die on that hill. And I think I am right in between. So, yeah. Anyways, so that's Harry Styles shaved his head. Crazy thing. Okay, so I was listening to a podcast, and they were talking about people shaving their heads. And they were like, oh my God, can you imagine if Harry Styles shaved his head? That would be terrible. This was like, when did he shave his head? He shaved his head like a few days ago. Like recently. I listened to this podcast like before he shaved his head. This episode came out before he shaved his head. I swear to God, you guys, they manifested that. I was tripping out. I was like, no way. They literally manifested that Harry Styles shaved his head. I was tripping out. So, yeah. And the funny thing is that they were like, why would Harry Styles ever do that? He would look so bad with a shaved head, etc. And honestly, he doesn't even look bad. I mean, he can do whatever he wants. I don't even care. I just thought that was funny that, like, this podcast that I listened to, they were like talking about it, and then he shaved his head. That was pretty wild. So yeah, so that's pretty funny. The other thing, last pop culture thing. I'm on a roll with this pop culture shit. Okay, the new movie, Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell. You know, all the drama that we've heard around this about how they were hooking up and they're both in relationships and both of their relationships ended. You know what I'm talking about. Like, all that shit that happened because they were hooking up during the filming of this movie. So I'm on Instagram. The trailer for that movie comes up. I'm like, oh shit, here it is. Here's the movie that caused two relationships to end. I think divorce. Both of them were married. And the movie looks so bad. Like, the funny thing is, I thought Sydney Sweeney was a good actress. Well, now that I'm thinking about it, I mean, she was in Euphoria, and that's really the only thing that I've seen her act in. And I'm kind of thinking, did the director do such a good job to just kind of make her character like this, such a dumb blonde that it seemed like she was acting, but that's actually her personality? Because when I was watching this trailer for this movie, I was like, where's the talent that was in Euphoria? And then I was thinking, yeah, maybe there's no talent. Maybe she had just enough lines in Euphoria for it to come across that she is a good actress, and the only good acting was all of the actors surrounding Sydney Sweeney, and she had just enough time on screen to make it seem like she's a good actress. So now, because she has a whole movie and she's the main character, we can see that she's actually not a good actress. So yeah, we'll see. Also, the movie looks just not just her. Whoa, I feel like I was hating on her really hard. I'm sorry. That is just how I'm feeling. But it wasn't just her. It felt like the other guy, Glenn Powell, he also, like, again, the acting just was not there. What was he in? There was something that he was in that I've seen. He's an actor. I don't know. Anyways, it just didn't seem like the acting was very good in that movie. And disappointed. Because it's like, when are we going to get a good movie? When are we going to consistently get good movies again? I don't know. And when I was watching that trailer, it seemed like they told the whole story. It's a 2-minute, 3-minute trailer. I know exactly what's going to happen now. I mean, come on. Come on. Really? So, yeah, I don't know. It just seems like a cheesy rom-com, but not in a good cheesy way. Like, you know, there's like always the good cheesy ones from like the early 2000s. Those are classics. You can't beat them. They're not even cheesy. They're just classics. But this one, like, the trope that they're going for, it's like pretending that they're in a relationship. It's just like, one, I think it's overdone, but also like, I think that they could have done it. They have the money. That's the thing. This is Hollywood, people. They have the money to make these movies actually good. They're not even doing shit. Like, I don't know. I'm a little over it. I don't know what it takes to make a movie, but I mean, it takes more than what they're putting into it, apparently. Like, so yeah, so that'll just be interesting to see, because all of the drama that has been surrounding like Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell and their relationships and how they were cheating on their partners, and yeah, so that's cool. People like hate her, don't they? Like, because she's like a homewrecker and all that stuff. So poor girl. I mean, I'm not gonna hate her because I don't know. I don't really have any feelings about her. Like, I don't hate anyone, guys. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. But I don't hate Sydney Sweeney. I think she's just a woman in Hollywood, and I think she gets too much shit. Because I know, like, when all that drama was happening with her, with the two of them and their partners and this stuff, the heat was only on her. And it's like, well, no, because there's two people in this situation. He is also partaking in this half of the relationship. He is also hurting his partner. It's not just her. She is not a homewrecker because he was responding to this. You know what I mean? Like, there's two people in that situation, and I think she's getting too much heat. I don't know. And I also was giving her too much shit just now, and I apologize because I'm a feminist, and we need to support women, and we need to uplift each other. But we also need to tell each other when we're in the wrong. So, Sydney Sweeney, maybe you shouldn't have partaken in this relationship with a man that is also in a relationship. Also, you, Glenn. Come on, Glenn. It's also on. I'm going to move on because I can't talk about this anymore. So, yeah. Anyways, moving on. Guys, I've been knitting. And I talked about this last week. I think, I can't remember what I talked about, but I do remember showing my white sweater that I made. The shirt that I'm wearing currently, if you're watching on video, I made this too, guys. So, yeah. Isn't it cute? It's like a coral and a white, and it's like stripes. And I'm very proud of it. It was really quick to make. I used like a thicker needles to make it. And I was really nervous because I started it like 2 days before I was supposed to leave. And I was like, oh no, I'm not going to finish this thing. Like, I don't want to have to bring it on the plane because I was already bringing other stuff to knit because I'm making like another sweater for my class. And I was like, I'm going to have to bring extra yarn. And I was just like really stressing out. And also, I just had a lot of underlying anxiety because like traveling for me at the time, it's just very stressful. Like, I had to figure out like shutting down, like making sure my apartment was clean and like locked up and everything was all good, and also like packing and while I still had classes and etc. So that was just stressful. And so then I was like, oh god, I gotta finish this shirt and I want to wear it when I get home, and I finished it, and I needed to chill out, and it looks great, and I'm very proud of it. But the thing that, so I didn't have a lot of yarn, like of this color yarn that I used, and so I was like, oh no, I'm going to have to undo this other scarf that I made that used a lot of the orange in this. And I didn't want to have to like bring the scarf with me just in case I did run out, like bringing it home. So that's why I was rushing to knit it. And I just like, it brought a lot of anxiety on. And so maybe don't start a shirt that you want to wear before a trip. Like start it like a few weeks before, you know, whatever. I finished it. I also made a really cute red sweater. I posted that on my Instagram. So if you want to go check that out, like at Sophie Carswell _ So, yeah, and I'm currently, like I said, like knitting another sweater for my class. So it's a green sweater and I was knitting it yesterday and then I was like, you know, this color kind of reminds me of, The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. So we'll see how this turns out. I'm thinking I'm going to add some pink into it some way, somehow, because I don't want to be wearing this sweater and look like the Grinch. But it's like a nice green, guys. It's not like fuzzy. Like it doesn't like give, like if it was fuzzy, then I'd be like, okay, I can't make a whole sweater with just this green. So we'll figure it out. It'll be fine. But yeah, I'm really into knitting and I think I'm going to like knit some Christmas gifts because that's just like really easy and it's kind of like nice. I really love knitting and like giving. I like giving my knit things because it feels like you put in so much time into it and seeing someone's face when they receive that, it's like so heartwarming. Like knowing that they are like, what, you made this? That's crazy. So I got to do that. I just got to buy the yarn first. But honestly, I was like thinking about buying yarn versus like buying a knit sweater. What? Why wouldn't you learn how to knit? I mean, like obviously like you can't buy like you can't like make sweaters the same as when you buy it. Like it's different. But like the amount of money that you save just from like buying yarn, like even like good quality yarn is so much better than having to buy a brand new sweater. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna also move on again because what? Okay, guys, I'm getting a haircut today. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm just gonna get a trim because my hair is a little bit dead on the ends and it just like needs a little it needs a wake up. I'm getting curtain bangs. I'm gonna get curtain bangs and I'm so nervous, excited, all of the above. Like I just know it's gonna look really cute and it'll be like a fun little like switch up. Like not that, okay, so here's my logic behind it. Not that I don't love my forehead. I have no problems with my face. I love my face. I think it's perfectly symmetrical. Everything matches up perfectly. But it's kind of like I've gone my whole life, like, you know, looking in the mirror, seeing my forehead. And I kind of want to have it so that I don't see my forehead. So that's why I'm going to get curtain bangs. And it'll be cute. It'll be an adventure. And the reason I'm going for curtain bangs is because the normal, like, the bang bangs, okay, that's a whole other step. So we'll see how the curtain bangs go. We'll figure it out. I kind of feel like for me personally, bang bangs, like straight across bangs, are going to make me look much younger. And I don't want that. I want to look mature. So I feel like a curtain bang will do me some justice. Also though, like I was thinking like a wolf cut. You know what I'm talking about? I don't really know how you do that. But I was thinking that would be kind of cute too. Maybe later on. It just feels like very like kind of messy and it would go perfectly with like how my hair is because it's already like very curly and like layered. So yeah, but I just want to get a trim right now and then let it grow out more because you guys, this is the longest my hair has ever been. And that's pretty sad to me personally. People around me, their hair is down to their fucking hips. I can't even get it past my boobs. Like, okay. So, yeah. Have I talked to you guys about my hair growth journey? I don't know. But yeah, I'm on a hair growth journey right now, and I am doing the rosemary oil. I am doing the scalp massage. I have like a whole hair care routine. Like, I'm on it, and it's definitely helping. It's just like I think that my hair doesn't grow at a normal rate. So I think like once it's dead on the ends, it will not grow. Like some people, their hair will just keep growing, but mine is like kind of thin and it will just like break and it won't grow. And it's just like, it needs a lot of help for it to get stronger and thicker. And honestly, it's working. And I definitely have had like a lot more growth, like, you know what I mean? In my scalp, like I have more hair now than I used to. My hair feels very full, which is so nice. And it makes me mad that people have just like have been handed perfect hair. I'm like, sorry, like I don't know. Thanks. Thanks to genetics. Like the thing is though, it's not my genetics. My mom has really nice hair and her hair is so thick. I mean, I also have like been helping her with like oiling her hair, and we've been like kind of on a hair growth journey together, but like her hair grows a lot faster than mine does. So I'm like, what is up with me? Do I have an imbalance of like biotin in my body? And I don't know how to get that tested, guys. So I just kind of am like, you know, being really patient with oiling my hair. I wash my hair twice a week, and I oil it and then I wash it. And I like have a bamboo brush, and I'll just like brush my hair every night before bed and massage my scalp, and then put oil. I put 1 drop in my hand of jojoba oil, and I like mix it together on both my hands, and I just like put it on the ends of my hair, because guys, it's really important to oil your ends, because that way it prevents breakage and you have thicker ends, and therefore your hair is less likely to break and it will be consistently thick throughout. So if you're having a difficult time with hair damage on the ends, get some oil. I recommend jojoba oil, but I'm sure you can use any type of oil. It just is like a protectant. And then I've talked about this before, like, you know, get a silk pillowcase, get a silk or satin or silk bonnet. It just makes all the difference. But yeah, oh my God. I feel like I've been talking forever. I mean, I am talking by myself, but yeah. So, oh my God. Okay. One last thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about. Books. Yay. Okay. I have never liked reading. I have always had the hardest time reading. But there was, the summer 2022, between my senior year and going to college, I read, wait for it, 6 books in one summer. That was crazy for me, especially because like in high school, for classes, I didn't read the books. I literally looked up a summary. So like for me to have been reading book after book in a whole summer, like 3-month span, like that was crazy. And so then like first year of college, a lot of reading. So I kind of like didn't read at all for pleasure. And then this past year, I kind of was like trying to get into reading, because like summer is, you know, I don't have to be reading for classes or for school. So I try to force myself to read, because guys, reading is good for you. I know everyone hates to read, but like it's so good for you. Please read. Please get off your phone and read. Anyways, so my friend recommended me a book, and I got it, and it's called The Song of Achilles. Finished that shit a few weeks ago. And then she works at Barnes & Noble, and so she recommends me all these books. Shout out. Anyways, so then she recommended me another book by the same author called Circe, which I have like 40 pages left. It's getting really juicy. And The Song of Achilles, based off of the Iliad by Homer. And then Circe is based off of the Odyssey, also by Homer. Greek mythology. So I am just wrapped up in this blanket of Greek mythology right now. And I love it. I love it. So on the plane ride home, I watched Hercules. And I was like, okay, what is this in context to the Song of Achilles and Circe and like X, Y, and Z, and like tell me everything. I want to know, like, is this real? Like, how accurate is it? Like, obviously it's a Disney kids movie. And so then after I landed, I looked it all up, and obviously the movie is not totally accurate. It's a little it's more like embellished for the children. But yeah, and Greek mythology is very dark. Let's be honest. It is not a Disney movie by any means. In this book, they're literally fucking cows. Like, okay, it's a little, again, we don't want to see that in a Disney movie. But yeah, so I'm on a roll reading right now. And I'm a little bit nervous to get out of the Greek mythology realm because I don't have any other, like, the 2 books that I've read by this author, Madeline Miller, if you want to look her up. Those are her only 2 books. And my friend that gave me the book recommendation, she was telling me that, you know, obviously there's lots of books, like, of retellings of Greek mythology. But I love this author. She's amazing. And I think that, like, the mindset, because, okay, so the book I'm reading right now, Circe, she's a goddess. If you know anything about it, about like the Iliad or the Odyssey, she is like one of the main characters, and it's basically this book is like kind of telling it through her eyes, and it's really interesting. But she's a goddess, and it takes the readers throughout like centuries. It takes us through many, many centuries of her life and how she was banished to this island and all this stuff. And I just think it's really interesting, and like the idea of like mortal versus immortal, and how like to an immortal, like a human's life is just like this tiny little blip. And that's kind of like made me think about my own life and how like my life really is only a little tiny blip. But you know what? I'm going to make the most out of this because I want to be remembered for something. I want to put my name on something, and I want to be remembered like Achilles, or like, you know what I mean? Like, or I want to be remembered like Odysseus and like fucking make something of myself, make a name for myself. So yeah, it's getting me really fired up about being a human and kind of like knowing that I'm not going to be here forever, and that like I really need to enjoy my time on Earth. So that's a little deep, but that's where I'm at. I'm almost done with Circe. Next book I'm going to read, The Guest List. And I was just wondering, guys, like if anyone wants to respond to this, I'm going to put a little question on the Spotify link, or if you want to comment on YouTube. Like, I really want to start a little book club. Like, I feel like that would be so fun. And like, it wouldn't be a big deal if we just like talked about it like every 4 episodes or something like that. So please let me know, because I'm very excited about this, and I'm very excited about reading, and it's really fun to have people to talk to about different books, because then it like makes you interested in like reading these, because then you can have conversation about it, and you can share your opinions and ideas and like what this made you think of, XYZ, whatever. So yeah, let me know what you think about starting a little book club, and we can get that ball rolling somehow. I don't know how to do that, but we can figure it out. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I love you all, and I will see you next week when I am gonna be back in New York, and I'm gonna cry, but oh well. Okay, bye. I love you. Yeah. Oh wait, on second thought,